folks, welcome to the channel. I'm Don. This is Rockin' the Country. I've got a gift request from Jeff Cather. J-Cat, shout out to you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for this gift and request. Charly Reynolds, Flowers. That's the name of the song. And Jeff said, "Hi, Mr. Zimbabwe." That's me. Here is another Charly Reynolds song. I couldn't judge if you liked her or not after your reaction to Shelby's song, but I think she is a very talented singer-songwriter. This is one of those songs, if guys are smart, they should pay attention to. I predict, with you being a life coach and premarital advice is often asked, you will probably have plenty to say. It may even make the premarital song playlist. Yes, Charly wrote this one too. End quote from Jeff. Yeah, I've often mentioned, I've said, I'll hear a song sometimes and I'm like, oh, this should be a premarital or a marriage counseling playlist prior to getting married. This is what to look out for, guys. This is what to look out for, girls. This is what to look out as a couple and all this sort of stuff. So we're going to find out if Jeff is right on this one. He's right on a lot of things, but whenever he and I differ on a rating of a song, I, of course, am right, which everybody can agree on except Mr. Jeff himself. All right, here we go. Flowers. It's the official music video.
Red roses, white daisies, yellow carnations, right there by the checkout line. I know he sees them whenever he comes here, and they're only $3.99. I wondered the last time he brought some home for me. It's probably been 2 Valentines.
Ouch.
Yeah, I know he's been working. He's tired and busy. I guess he just hasn't had time. Sure would be nice to have someone like that who'd try just a little. Is that too much to ask? Did I push him away? 'Cause I don't know when or why things changed. Maybe I'm crazy for staying this long, when half the time it's like nobody's home.
Ouch.
Maybe I'm just not strong enough to walk away. But I bought myself flowers today.
Oh.
He used to surprise me, open my car door, the little things to make me smile. Yeah, I guess he stopped trying once he won me over. It hasn't been that way in a while. Yeah, these days we're just getting by. Sure would be nice to have someone like that who tried just a little. Is that too much to ask? Did I
That's I love that word try there. That stood out to me. That's the thing. Is you don't have to get everything right, but you want to try. Let's see where else this is going. She's raising a lot of good points in here, like legitimate, where she's like, me, what did I do to push him away? All right, this is very good self-reflection. We should all do that. Like, what's my part in things going wrong?
push him away? 'Cause I don't know when or why things change. Maybe I'm crazy for staying this long, when half the time it's like nobody's home. Maybe I'm just not strong enough to walk away. But I bought myself flowers today. directions right there by the checkout line.
Yeah. That is a good way of saying she's on her own now. Like, that's it. When you buy yourself flowers like that, it doesn't, yeah. There's a lot to unpack in this one. You were right, Jeff. This is one where she's self-reflective, which is good. You know, the hunt. People talk about guys like the hunt. And yeah, but it depends what you're hunting. If you just want sex, you could get that. You know, generally speaking, you can get that. But if you want the emotional connection, you're going to be paying attention. As guys, you're going to be paying attention to her. As women, you're going to be paying attention to him. And what's working, what's not working. A lot of things come down to communication. But when you start, you're bringing the flowers and whatever, holding the door, as she said in the beginning, but then you just at some point just stop doing it. Like men, young men especially, pay attention to this part of it, that you don't stop doing that. Even if the relationship doesn't work out, at least you know that you were consistent in doing something thoughtful. And for women, the biggest thing they want, as I understand it, not just through life coaching, but through female friends I have and so on, is they want to feel safe with the guy. Emotionally, mentally, physically, financially, all of those parts, if it's available. And sometimes not all of those things are available because life is hard. But if the effort is being made in the small things, you're much more likely to be more mindful in bigger things. She wants to be thought of. She wants to be reassured that she's being thought of. And even just those flowers or holding a door or a quick text in today's society, of course, lets her know you're still thinking about her, that you care about her and such. And even if she loses interest in you, at least you know you tried. And put down the cell phone sometimes. You don't always have to put it down because it's just part of society or the laptop. People work on there. You have to do your emails, and communications are different nowadays. So interruptions are going to happen on occasion, but you do want to be in the relationship, and she'll notice it. Man, I'm addressing younger men especially. She'll notice it if you're doing something that you might not want to do, like turn the ball game off, or decide to, it's as hard as it might be. You want to watch a ball game or something, but but she wants to go for a walk. It's like, you know what? Suck it up. You don't have to always suck it up because every relationship has give and take. She's got to capitulate too. Ladies, you've got to give in as well and just be like, all right, I understand. I give you your room here. And that's where communication comes in, but being mindful of the other. Like if you're in a relationship, you want to be mindful of the other one at least as much as you're mindful of yourself, but sometimes more so. And I don't even know how to quantify or qualify that, but you'll know within yourself, generally, if you have balance in that regard. I know folks who are way more mindful of themselves. It's just very difficult on their partner. It's lonely. Those relationships generally don't work out. I know folks who subordinate all of their needs to their other or their children or whomever, and they wind up being just hollowed out over time, like they don't matter. So then their self-worth deteriorates from the inside versus somebody else not caring about them. And that's where balance comes into play. But it's easier to maintain a little bit of balance if you're doing those little things consistently. If it's flowers that she likes, do it. If it's holding a door, do it. Those should be automatic anyway, in my opinion. But put your dishes, maybe do the dishes. Do whatever. Do something, consistently that makes her feel appreciated. Because that'll be the recognition, not only to her, but it keeps you mindful of doing nice things for her. And that's within the context of this song, because that's what she was missing. I don't know who wrote this, but they covered a lot of bases. Whoever the songwriter was covered a lot of bases. Maybe Charly was going through this very thing herself. But when she bought flowers for herself, it was over. And they really showed this guy to be a douchebag in this thing. That was sort of the impetus of it, where he was ignoring her when they were lying on the couch. He's looking at his phone. He's playing his games. And there are guys who will do that. Is it just a lack of chemistry in the relationship? Possibly. But you got to be more forthright if that's what's going on. And maybe she, as she said, maybe she just lacked the strength to walk away. Maybe. I mean, relationships are tough. You get a lot from a relationship. Even ones at work, you get a lot, but you give up a lot. That's just the nature. Very few things are free in this world. So, that's just the way it works. But I'll tell you, when things work, it is a thing of beauty. I love seeing relationships that work. Because I know that they struggled. All relationships struggle at points, but they worked through it and respected each other enough to make it work. So, all right, I'm going to rate. All right, so now instrumentally, all right, I just addressed thematically some of the major points that struck me, but instrumentally, it was fairly simple because it was designed to allow her to tell this story. I got the sense that it was personal, but a lot of women could tell this story, and it would be the exact, and they wouldn't need to change any of the lyrics. I know a lot of women feel this way, but the key part there is she also was looking at herself to say, like, what did I do to push him away? And maybe she did. Maybe she stopped doing things that she was originally doing in the relationship. But taking things for granted, that's a mistake. Don't think because you've done something 100 times that it's boring to her, like the flower thing. It's not going to keep the relationship together all by itself, but those little things certainly are consistent with a healthier relationship. So young men especially, continue doing them. Older men, if you stop doing them, start doing it again. That's my advice. So, all right, because it sure doesn't hurt, and it's kind of fun to do that. I mean, can a woman hold her own door? Of course. She got the strength to do it. She has to hold her own door when she's out driving around on her own or going into stores on her own. That's not the point. The point is that you're mindful, you're thinking of her. It's a gentlemanly thing to do. All right, so I'll rate this song, and this is purely on the strength of lyricism, a 9.0. And I liked the way she sang it. It was interesting in the beginning when it was the same bouquet that he used, and that was just showed this is what he used to bring her, a bouquet of flowers each time he went to the store. And then he stopped. And she brought the pricing, and it was only $3.99. So, and she knows he sees it because he used to see it. He used to bring them to her. But he doesn't even want to spend that now. Maybe he takes her for granted. Mistake numero uno. Aristotle said it. Habit is life. And we are the product of habit. Stay in those habits. If you've got bad ones, get rid of them. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Jeff, thank you very much. You don't need to try tracking me down, even though you're still trying. Have a great day, folks. I'll see you on another video and keep rocking the country.
Sure would be nice.